A is art, B is ray. No, I said the other way around. A is rayed out, B is art. You switch the order. Papa Academy, thank you so much for reading in. This is an awkward picture to be on. We can look at this artwork instead. What were you doing today? Did you have fun? Oh, trolley problem. I think, well, I haven't played it myself, like literally on my computer. I did watch someone who did play that game, and I did take part of the commentary of it. Yeah. Okay. Anyway. B art, Bart, yeah. Yeah, we already made a decision that I will continue doing art. Hello, Raiders, who we definitely weren't expecting. I should change the title too. Also, Papa Canis, if you do exclamation point, anyone can do it actually. Do the exclamation point VIP. You should have a lot of points now because of the collab. If I do Papa Canis. There we go. 19 points a day. That's a good amount of points. I'd say. 18 points to you, Tukibox. That's kind of funny. I have Papa Canis level points. Oh, Papa Canis is going to climb from the 15th place to the 11th. That's a good climb. Okay, I'm doing this. I'm going to try to make this work here. Because the idea is that he's going to lie on the ground. Not sure if I can like properly portray that. Because I want the body. I'm not really sure how to convey this. Maybe I'll just have the head more like. But I kind of wanted to show that he's on the ground. I'm not sure. Can I find a reference artwork of what kind of tag would that be? Lying on front. Sounds a weird tag. Yeah, this isn't really working as references. A lot of them have like their head raised. I want his head to be like on the ground. Umbreon, you have a. You want him to say that? Okay, Tugabox. That's what this Umbreon realizes. He manages to see the bulge. What is his actions after that? Okay, this seems to be more what I'm looking for. What's the I guess there's not really any. Also, if you do want to do song Tugabox, you can do song requests now. You do exclamation point SR and then followed by the song you want to hear. And if it exists, it will add it to the queue. If it doesn't exist, it won't add it to the queue. But that should have perhaps been obvious. There's some of these pictures kind of close to what I'm looking for, but not exactly. Like that is close. Not that I can show you it anyway, but a lot of them have like a raised up head, which I understand. Like the head is not on the ground. because that would like be more like they have raised their head up, like leaning it on their arm or something like that. Or what is it supposed to be, like head on the ground, kind of pose. And there are many ways people are drawing characters laying down on their front on the ground, but not really anything I'm looking for. So I guess I'll just try song requests. Any song. Well, it still needs to be part of my library for it to be able to actually play it. However, if there are any music you would like to hear, I could add it to the library so you can then request it later on. But then I need to know which songs it should be first. You know, I hope that makes sense. So yeah, but so you will only be able to request songs I've added to the library, and that's like also ensures that no songs that I do not approve of does not play. Should I have that as like, sorry, cannot add this song. This song has been rejected. Yeah. And I already have a few songs to add. From Dylan Knighton, Motley Crue, whatever you say, Stevie Ray Vaughan. One more specific songs, but I can add multiple. I can still like listen to every song and see what is interesting to add. You can search for Tookie Box. I could say that. No, there's no song called Tookie Box. But you can still do it. And as mentioned on the server, and I'm really glad that it actually is working as I wanted to as well. It does have the two queue lists. The primary one where it picks the top song and plays it. So it does check the queue. Whenever the song ends, it checks the queue. Is there any songs on it? If there isn't, it picks a random one. Otherwise, it picks the top one. And when you add, and then when you make a request, it goes through the current queue and sees, have you requested a song already on the list? If you haven't, it adds your request at the bottom. If you have, it adds it to the secondary queue list. So feel free to request more than one song, that's perfectly fine. And whenever your song starts playing, it then checks in the second queue, do you have a song there? If you do, it takes that top one of those songs, because it goes from the top down until it finds one that you requested, removes it from that list and adds it to the bottom of the main queue. So add as many songs as you want, if you want. Unchained, which well, that one isn't there. Yeah, which artist is that? Van Halen. There we go. Pretty one. Unchained by Van Halen. Okay, I'll have to add more Van Halen songs. No problem. No problem. No problem, I will do that. I will try to get the lyrics to work first, I guess. It's the next thing. A song request, I had to add the song request first so I couldn't make it force play the one song I have the lyrics for. Which I kind of now do. So now I just have to actually make the lyrics appear on screen. It's going to be interesting trying to figure out the dialogue for this. Like what like, so I'm thinking like next panel is going to be, she is going to be like sitting forward. Or like her hands down. And really okay, this one. Jag tror utan det simuleras där. Good, this is like a sketch. I'll keep it as a sketch. Any more foreign songs? I should release the list. Release the list. Yes, it's Foreigner, All I Need to Know, which I think played before. And the other one is Nightlife. CMX, which is that a song or an artist? My assumption was correct. Yeah. It's a band. Okay, I will have a look through their songs and see what I can add. So with Triggerbox, you should help me do the dialogue. What should this Umbreon boy say after he discovered that the cute Sylveon he was trying to date has a bulge? How would I even... something like that? They want... So in this panel I was thinking no dialogue, this would just be a reaction panel, but then she would like... cover up. Oh! You have cute panties. Make this line a little flat. I think that could help tell the point. She should also say something probably. Eep. Yeah. Gabriel, I'm sorry, I can't do this anymore. No. That would be sad. As I'm throw this in the relay again. Not a sad breakup before they even started dating. No, we should say who even better. No, I need to come up with something that... I think he should at least be surprised. Did that? Yeah. I mean, that's fair. That's fair. That is fair. It's not often you see it. Not often you see a bulge on a dress. Absolutely fair. Apparently it's bigger than mine. That would be a response for sure. Imagine having a smaller penis than a girl. How embarrassing. Like, oh, it's not all see a bulge under a dress. Alright, that was going to be quoted. I forgot the ticket box is here and going to quote it. That's what he should say. Wow, it's not often you see a bulge on their dress. Now this should move. Should be able to, yes. Imagine having a smaller penis than I guess. Embarrassing. I knew that would be added, yeah. But you didn't want to add it. Because you don't want to imagine it. Okay, I need to be actually looking towards the bulge in question. This is the one image I wanted to do with those other characters, but wasn't allowed to. I did mention that before, but still mentioning it again. So I'm making my own story featuring two of my own characters, the genders reversed. And making my own scenario where that actually happens. I wonder if the artist who asked for permission is kind of like, oh, I see, that's why you made a whole comic just to make that one image. Yep, I did. Now I can tell other stories with silly moments. What is Sylvian? Silly moments with the Sylvian moments. Sylvian moments. Is that a surprise? No. Yeah, it was the, yeah, I knew it was going to be added. Absolutely no surprise. Okay, we're going to have some ads, but I will continue through the ads. It'll be fairly easy to color as well, because it's not much to these on the head, because I'm just drawing a head and don't draw the rest of the body. Yeah, I should give the full list of songs and then people can look through that and like suggest songs. I wonder if I should draw. It would be like that, I guess. What would a man say after seeing a bulge in a woman? Yeah, I'm not really fully sure what the dialogue would be. So yeah, so that's kind of like what I'm trying. I also wonder what would a woman say when her bulge was seen by a man, someone she doesn't even like know quite well. I mean, someone might say awooga. I could have probably phrased that a bit better than that. Trying to figure out maybe that isn't working. Another satellite. Okay, which one is that? Awooga, exactly. Thank you for trying out this the song request feature. I'm still in the process of adding songs. So this is this by XTC? Is that kind of makes it funny that now I have CMX and XTC as artist bands. XTC, yes, I will have that added then, so you can request it next time. Umbreon, my girlfriend's bulge can't possibly be this huge. Well, they are not dating yet. They might do though. I mean, wouldn't they be cute together? I need to check here. Well, I mean, I guess it doesn't hurt to always to be sure that how you should refer to someone. Yeah, that is fine. That's fine. It's like judging by your choice of wearing a dress, and like you go with like feminine pronouns, right? Or like, I don't want to assume, I just want to make the right. Yeah. So maybe. Okay, let's try to color this. Should I outline it thicker just because of the... Or would that look weird? Maybe I should make the outline thicker here too. No, that's... maybe it's a bit thicker actually. Because of the larger picture. It makes sense, I guess. When I had a frame on the floor and stuff, it might look better. It looks kind of weird now, but give it a moment and it might look fine. That's the wrong one. Well, currently, yes. Currently, that's a bit weird phrasing. You would say like yes. Not really like currently, I guess. Quote, everyone calls you a fanboy because you are a fanboy. I feel like this is an indirect Tukibox quote. I think so too. But yeah, that is a pair, like, could Lily be because her name is Lily, that would be more of a woman. But she could have been a fanboy. That is also a possibility. A dress wearing fanboy. But she's not. She's not a fanboy. I feel like I want to kind of move this higher up. Now that I look at it, it kind of looks weird. Oh yeah, so it's just like that, and then like that, and then just change the color here. There might be better, I think, perhaps. But of course, no, perhaps, I don't know. Still feel like I want something more here. Beautiful. She has trans markings on her. I don't even know what to call them, but still took me this long to notice. I've even hinted at this so many times. Or like, very, very suspicious pattern here. I wonder if that implies anything. I wonder. Someone should cut together all those moments I have referred to those markings and say that I wonder if this implies anything. Like, and then you'll see in the chat that Tukibok's name is written there because he has written a message quite recently. Tukibok's like, whoa, I didn't realize these. I wonder if to some it might be like, oh yeah, that was obvious. Can I guess that from the markings? But it could still be people who are unaware. Okay, so the question is how I want to do the whoops. Let's hide that. How I want to do the panels. Because I'll see. So I want the events. Down here. I wonder if I can do like, okay, I could probably have a major panel for like the blushing one. And then smaller ones for the following events. But there might be a good idea you had that Tukibok having like him verifying how he should refer to her as, because you know. I feel like that's too many long to notice. It's for because that would reflect reality and stuff. Well, actually, I noticed that earlier. I even have Sylvie and Pokemon on my browser history, but didn't talk about it until now. Oh, okay. So you have noticed it, but you didn't make the connection. Or you didn't think that she actually would be trans despite the trans markings. Or something like that. Also, didn't I do thick like here? I think I used a thicker brush for these lines, and then I used a thinner brush for the next spell. I think I used the, that's not even thick enough, but yeah, I need to use a thin. Sorry, I should probably use the thicker one. I think that looked better. Okay, that didn't work. Doesn't matter, I can do this. There, now they're limited to this area. And then I need the floor and stuff. How would I actually do this? Because somebody's in the floor, it's the floor, not the walls, so I need to add in sync geometry as well. It is a reflection of two other. Okay, so the two characters I'm referring to. Yeah, like, to be fair, I don't draw much trans. Have I drawn? Well, I did draw Sunny XD. I don't know if his character is trans. Have I drawn any other trans characters? That is meant to be a trans character. Because Bonbon is not trans. There will be Sunny. Would be also draw Needles, but I don't know if Needles is trans. Other than that, I don't think so. I don't think I have drawn a trans character. So I've drawn Ocean Axe character too, but again, don't know if don't think the character is supposed to trans back over. So how would the background look in this scenario? And also, should I have? Obviously, when they hit each other here, I don't know if that shows up on this screen properly. Yeah, I guess it does. When they hit each other, they suddenly would fall backwards, both of them. She falls down there, and he would fall down there, but I guess he kind of slipped and then fell down. I don't know. Doesn't make much sense, but I guess it doesn't have to make much sense. But we're getting the juicy stuff now. Oh yeah, good. We're getting the juicy stuff. Maybe I can draw. Okay, how about these? Watch out, Pon, what about these again? Da, da. Da, da, da. Probably have another line. So let's maybe a bit of transparency there. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Oh, I should probably have had. Do, do. Do, do. Do, 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 do. Okay, let's. Oh, it should. Oh, well, I can align them now and I'll shift it. Plushy. What plushy was that? Do, 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 do. Okay, so if I then let's again have a ruler. Plushy. Let's go with that. Alright, that doesn't work as I wanted. There. Maybe too much. Do. It might make sense. Might. Reference this one. Okay, it seems to working. I want it. That was a thick pink dragon. Ooh. So I was shifting between these two pictures. How about I? Excuse me. Okay. My goodish. Nej. Still a work in progress. Banana army, but pun, you only got one banana. I got loads of them now. I wonder if she was Oh no, why? Why? No, why can't? Just showing up here and just doing this to me. How rude. Rude with 3 R's at the start of the word. Not nice. Whoa, blush. Go close your eyes. No looking. Not when I'm looking at it like this. But fun when you're looking at this girl's. She's giant sized. Yeah, the background doesn't really work, does it? Tried something, but it didn't really work out as how I wanted it. I wonder if I can. Doesn't really work. I don't know if that is right. No, there was that. Heavy shadow where. Oh, we're drawing it the wrong way around. I guess I am. But because you can say that panty briefs are like the bikini cut panties. Heart on fire. Hollywood suit. I think you were trying out this song command. I was waiting for the one And one person to write. What song is this? Someone should write what song is this. I made it extra special when you did that, by the way. Yeah, look at that. Isn't that pretty cool? Right? So in case someone shows up and just asks that question, it doesn't have to be expected. There's a lot of variations you can do on that. But yeah, and then I'll just reply to the user and like, yeah, here you go. And that's going to be very cool. Whenever it happens to someone who isn't ready for that to happen. I don't know why it triggers those two. Play the one in the middle, I want. It would be like, whoa, you have a bot or something? No, it just tries to trigger on a variety of sentences. That's just it. This is a very empty place, isn't it? There's no furniture anywhere. The one thing I could do is having like something like that. I don't know if it makes sense perspective wise, but could lock this one so I stop moving it accidentally. Okay, we'll see how this goes. Well, so that's not healthy. Wait, what? Heart on fire? Yeah, that's true. It would not be good for your heart to be on fire. Truebox, are you some sort of doctor for knowing this stuff? Quote, I am fully clothed and I'm even wearing pants at the moment. That is true. That is true. Both my avatar on screen and me in real life. I'm a good guy for wearing panties. There we go, that's the... This tables are floating in the air. I'm really considering how they are standing on the ground. Candice maybe, but what about a bra? Cut. I'm a good cut for you. Well, true, I wouldn't be able to wear a bra, not my normal bra with this dress. You are correct about Jigbox. You seem to be very knowledgeable of what underwear I'm wearing and how I can wear them. I'm actually not wearing a bra, neither in real life nor on the model, I guess. I do have bras though. I just typically don't wear them often. I have a lot of dresses that kind of shows a lot of shoulder, and not bras that are very wide straps over the shoulders with embarrassing patterns. So if I were to wear a bra, you would be able to see the straps, and that might be embarrassing. Anyway, I mean, I guess this makes more sense as a panel. It's not my best drawing and stuff, but it conveys the event. Well, I was thinking about drawing one of the drinks on the ground, but can't really fit it in, can I? Can I? But I could copy it over still. Let me copy over the drink, but then I will have the like spell out too. Can I just copy that and paste it here? Okay, so that's that, and here's the background, and then yes, I can copy that. What did it end up down there? On your streak. Okay, let's try to thank you for following Computer Racer. Are you racing with computers? Are you playing racing games on computer, or are you actually racing the actual computer? That sounds interesting. Thank you for following though. I appreciate that. I did not mean it anyway to insult him. Don't think. I hope you don't think. I think I say badly. I'm just kind of open it up for a conversation here, I guess. All the new people that show up. in my awkward ways of doing it. Okay, but that... Okay, so... Do-do-do-do-do. Okay, and then the rest of the glass. But you can't just touch my towel or in my underwear. Exactly. Well, that is very inappropriate. We need to be appropriate for Pun Pun. I don't know exactly how I want to do these. I'll just try around things. And see what works. That could work. I don't need like two of them, do I? Because I mean, they can have run down, fall down in different places. Why are these so much thicker than these? Oh, okay. The Umbro needs a drink for his head. Oh, that's an interesting idea. Luckily, glass in the right. It's, yeah. I don't want to deal with that. You could say. Don't want to deal with this glass splittering, spilling glass, splittering glass, glass fragments. Feels annoying to deal with. They bought some good, strong glasses that survives. After all, they're at a cafe. I don't want to deal with broken glass. One on his head. How would that work? Made of plastic or whatever they use in the Pokeverse. Yeah, I mean, it could be like plexiglass. Whoa. I guess that's the first panel. Let's not work on it too much. Can work on it forever otherwise. So how should the remaining panels work then? She should definitely get them rest. Hiding her stuff. Taking notes, I see. Taking notes of what? Wait, what, anyway. What kind of mouse should I have? Should she have? Perfect. Some exaggerated expressions here. That's what we need. Sword bunnies. Sword bunnies are coming. She clearly doesn't like when people look at their bulge. Oh, you don't say. What's strange. What is she more embarrassed about, her bulge or panties? Because you kind of have to see. Well, you don't have to see both. You could see. Well, you would. No, yeah, actually, there are scenarios where you could see the bulge but not seeing the panties, and seeing the panties but not seeing the bulge. Plenty of scenarios, actually. And that being her wearing the panties. I was going to make a Lord of the Ring reference for some reason, but all I got was one dream bunny through them all. Well, what? I mean, thanks. I'm not really sure what you actually were trying to go for there. And also, what am I ruling? The bulges? Well, Twiggybox, would you like it if someone saw your bulge? Maybe you would be fine with that. I don't think I would be very happy if random people saw my bulge. Yes, 5 minutes. Blige had quite well to you, but would you like if someone saw your bulge? Well, yeah, now we got that as a quote. That's a quote. I feel like many of the other things I said should have been quoted there too, but I appreciate that quote regardless. Like, matter of opinion, yeah. So, something like that. I will just do an ad quote, and I'll try to see what quotes to actually add. Do. I still need to like, because I was thinking like she would get somewhere as she runs away from the cafe. So I need to like I need to convey that in this available space. At least the first panel is huge, but they're very important. Depends on the context. I wonder what the different contexts would be. If it was some random person in the store, I would... No, yeah, because this Umbrian is basically a random person she hasn't met before. At a cafe. So I guess in that context, let's take that context. Toolbox, you are at a cafe. Someone is ordering you a drink. That doesn't matter really, but they're just like someone there you haven't met before. But then you like don't know what kind of scenario it is, but for some reason the other person suddenly sees your underwear and bulge. What would your reaction be? So yeah. I think they would be more embarrassed compared to me. Oh, that might be true. Or then we would be equally embarrassed. What if they aren't embarrassed? Like, ooh, nice, show me more. Ads, unfortunately. Yeah. Quote, oh, you should see how stiff I can be on my... Well, that would be option C, a reference to the beginning of stream. Option A, do nothing except for it forces you to do something. Option B, do something except for the moments where you're forced to do something. Option A, and then option B is do nothing. Except for option B is do something else. Option D, option C. This got weird very quickly. Option D, option C, exactly, you got it. Option F, foxes. Todd got the right opinion there. I returned again. Hello. Someone should quote. I said option D, option C. Actually, I'm going to do that myself then. Add code option D, option C. If no one else is going to do it, I'll do it myself then. If I need something done, I just have to do it myself. Option the face, option C. What? Oh, it's the option D, the option sad face, option C. I see what you mean now. Yeah, if you have a Windows computer, you have the system drive, which is usually the C drive, which is the habit drive, and then you have, if you have a secondary drive or something, then that would be the D drive, which is the sad drive. Maybe I'll draw it more like this. And the ribbons should be like... The ribbons kind of shows her emotions. They're like all flow like that when she's happy. Going more down when she's sad or still upset. I didn't draw those. Down like this when she's a bit concerned, I guess. And now she's happy again, and they're flying upwards, and then she's a bit curious, and then she's bored, so hanging down, and now she's curious again, and then boom. Anyway. Do what? Hello, Ringen. Do who? Oh my, Todd. And also about this, depends on how many people. If just one, maybe not that embarrassed. That's true too. However, so now she is in a cafe, so there is like other people here, I assume. I mean, we all know we haven't seen a single other person, I guess, to be fair. But they could be, and then there should be multiple other people around here. In the cafe, so other people might get an opportunity to see as well, but especially indeed that Umbreon. Do when, do where, do how? No, she's embarrassed. No, she's embarrassed. Like, but Pon gets embarrassed. This will be the first time she's embarrassed in her life. No, no, it isn't. She's been embarrassed before. How many times do you think her panties have been showing? She's a dress wearer. Of course her panties have been showing. That's just how dresses work. That's the excitement you go for when you wear a dress. Could someone see your underwear today? I mean, technically this is her life. Well, yeah, I mean, I didn't say it wasn't her life. I just said it isn't the first time in her life she gets embarrassed. But she is getting embarrassed in her life, that is true. She is in her life and getting embarrassed. It's just the first part I'm talking about, you silly. Yo, silly. Should be more rounded, I guess. This is the first time. No, the live bikini. What? What do you mean bikini? Chicken box. If you wore a bikini like that to the beach with a lot of other people, you would get embarrassed. Upon asking the very important questions. These are my trolley problems. They are weird, okay? Trolley problem. Yeah, it kind of would be like that game, wouldn't it? Sugarbox is going to go to the beach. And he needs to put on swimwear to the beach. So, do you choose to put on a small skimpy bikini that does not leave much to the imagination? Or do you choose to put on a one-piece swimsuit? The female version. Kinda like what Bonbon has. Which also will not hide your bulge by much anyway. And those are the two options, you have nothing else to choose from. Whichever option you choose will result in bulge showing. Should this Abrian and Sylvian go to a beach and stuff like that? Just to see her in a swimsuit. She will wear one with a skirt on it. But it could be scenarios where a skirt isn't doing a good job. I do have a one-piece swimsuit with a skirt on it. In real life, that is. For certain reasons. Chooses one piece, but next question has in skimpy bikini anyway. Yeah, alright, that is true, that's true. Yeah, first off, when you choose the one-piece swimsuit, the game is going to ridicule you for choosing such as skin-tight, skimpy outfit that shows your bulge for, like, everyone can see your bulge. How dare you wear an outfit like this out in public? Have you no decency? And then next scenario, as you are now on the beach in your bikini. No, I think I still believe that they should develop a game like a more not like do should probably have a completely different name though, not like trolley problem too, but so like they should take this idea, expand on it, so you're like it still is very basic. They could have more than two choices, but they could still continue with the two choices thing. But for every choice you make, the story evolves and you have like branching paths and stuff and like that. But every choice you make should have the game store a value for it. Like, you make this action, therefore this thing happened, and now we store a value that this thing happened. And that will affect like which scenarios it can pull from and not pull from anymore. So like the first scenario you get can be from a pool of several different random options. So every time you start a game you get some random thing. And when you make a choice, it stores the value you picked, and like this thing has happened. And that will affect what further options can happen. It's an example of like how you could develop it. But it only should only be able to be like, you wouldn't like, for example, you can't like what that is game had, well, now you're president of this country. For that to happen, you must first do a scenario that results in you becoming the president of the country. So any scenario that involves you being the president of the country cannot happen unless that thing has become true. But yeah. Look at how happy she is. She's the happiest girl. Keith. I try to remember. No, she's the luckiest girl, not the happiest. She's the luckiest girl, and then it's like she's Luigi. It's a meme. I don't know why I keep thinking about it every time it says she's the something girl. It just pops in my head. I think I tried to write that one time before, but I failed, and I couldn't think of how I actually was supposed to write that. But now I remember what it was supposed to be, so now I could actually write it correctly. So that's why I had to write it again. And I mean, I could just have her alone in the panel. I actually don't need Atlas to show up in the panel. That would allow me to actually I think that might not be a bad idea, because then I could have this as one panel. And then here, that would have the dialogue. I need so she needs to say something like, "Don't look." There's no in that word. I don't know exactly what she would say, but something like that. And then he would respond with something. Respond. Okay, I need to think. No, this is a meme. Text, bottom text. Top text, bottom text. What song is this? It's Lights On, We Are the Heroes. There we go. Thank you for trying it out again. Rugby freak, licky licky, giggle quotes. Yeah, this is hard. He's Luigi. Exactly. This is hard. That's what that was Lily answers with after Atlas saw it. Don't look. Now it's Now it's bulging even more. Anyway. You can't just say that. Too late, I already said that. Quote, I said with the most enthusiasm. I do feel like I'm lacking enthusiasm when I say things. She should say, you pervert, why are you looking? She wouldn't really call someone a pervert. I don't feel like that's her personality. Do you think, like, she's very shy and timid and, like, non-confrontational? Like, she, like, yes, kind of like answer here. She wouldn't really... She wouldn't be like, you pervert, you were staring. Or maybe she doesn't say anything. I don't know. I kind of want to give some kind of phrase, expression or something to just convey her. I mean, obviously don't look is a classic one, I guess. Then she screeched in the first one. Perfect. Here we go. It's just thing. No, I don't know. I'm still thinking that words would better convey emotions and stuff more than just a noise. or like no, not again. Again? No, no, that's not like that. Not again. Oh, so many boys she tries to date. Every time she falls over. But more like no. Oh, 33 points today, or even wow, you're really collecting those points. Hey, Triggerbox, maybe you'll catch up with Cole now, because Cole isn't really gathering any points anymore. Give him to Todd. Wait. Your VIP point. Todd, how many VIP points do you have? Are you climbing the ranks? I mean, you're already VIP now, so... Cole has 28 points today, oh my. Cole isn't writing much, but she still has one more point than you. Cole is amazing. Cole is amazing at collecting points. How does he do it? No idea. But he sure is good at it. Todd, starting Wednesday today. Wow, you're actually going from 9th to 7th. You're getting closer. You're getting there. Talk to you. Ah! I wanna be the 3rd VIP again. You're getting there. Oh, $2. So almost be the 3rd VIP. You're going to have someone sniffing your butt. Isn't Metallico 3rd, I think? How does he do it? I don't know. It's because because it managed to do some kind of activity every 10 minutes. I mean, do you want me to lower the interval to get people to be more active, or reduce the interval to have it so that people aren't like, because if I lower the interval, people are just going to spam more. This is why I don't want it to be like 1 minute, which is the case for like Discord servers point system, because 1 minute is just way too often. That just results in spam. This is why I don't have a point system on the Discord server. Because having people active on my Discord server doesn't really help me at all, but people who are active on my stream does help me. Therefore, I don't want to make it too. No, I don't think I want to change it to 10 minutes. Plushies, I'm getting bombarded. Oh no, there's so many plushies. Oh, there's a lot of plushies. Boys is just bombing me. Flushing her. You're flushing me. Oh, they keep coming. Bombarded by. What did I do? What did I do to deserve this bombardment? I mean, it was a soft bombardment, so I mean, I guess I can't complain. Because I still didn't plan out where the ribbons should go. I should probably do that. Something like this, probably. Do. The last one to move. They keep coming, yeah. So if I have like 3 or 4 people continuing to throw 9 plushies, it would just keep going and going. And going and going and going. Of course, they're plushing me, they keep coming. Of course you want that as a quote. I see how it is. Because of the verb plushing. Well, I can be happy that I've already fixed the schedule, by the way. The next week's schedule is already complete, and you will see it when I switch page to the ending screen. And it is filled with collabs. Unfortunately, only 5 collabs. But 5 collabs in a 7-day week that is still a lot. It's 5 collabs, right? One, two, three, 4, 5. Yes, it's 5 collabs. 5 of the 7 days have collabs. Of course, 1 is an evening collab, so I will still have a normal stream. So I'll do 3 normal streams and 5 collabs on a 7-day week. Well, but that's 8 streams, yeah. It is 8 streams. That is indeed true. I have proof that the LGBTQ plus community is the work of the devil. Oh, what proof do you have? And I'm not being homophobic by any means, just reading the Bible. Well, that sounds very homophobic. I thought we were going to come to some kind of joke here, some kind of conclusion, but no, you're just being homophobic. Can you save yourself $2, or are you willing to break the rules? Do. Joke? Well, okay, then you're just being rude. Not really sure. Not really sure what you're doing here then. But yeah. I mean, it's not like I believe in the devil anyway, but you know. You know Noah's Ark, and you know that I've heard about Noah's Ark, which makes no sense, and you know that God created the rainbow. No, I do not know that God created the rainbow, because the rainbow is because of the light spectrum, due to the different wavelengths of the light, and as it's refracting through things like things of different thicknesses, the different wavelengths are refracting at different angles, and therefore splits apart, and therefore you see a rainbow because you see the different wavelengths. In the name of peace, which I could have read the full thing, but it doesn't matter because they got it in. I mean, if you're asking me, they got it in. I'm like, you know that Lucifer, I don't know who Lucifer is, was thrown out of heaven because he committed pride. What kind of pride? Because that sounds kind of rude. Can we not start religion? I mean, we're not going to talk the truth about religion. I guess it really depends on what I don't want any deep discussion regarding the truth or not about religion, and stuff like that. I don't want to have religious debates. But as I said, there's still aspects of religion that could be interesting to talk about, but not if people can't, you know, keep it civil, you know. Debate about the truth of religion or not. So I'm not good. So yeah. The devil doesn't create. No one creates. But the Morpheus God's create. I don't know what TikTok box. What are you on about? You've been here for like 5 months or something. I don't know how long. Are you really going on there? Did someone take over your computer? Are you still TikTok? Are you going to go on this what do you call it? Crusade is one term. Missionary. Good evening, Palma. Hello, Sweaty. My dick is my pad is safe before me stuff I never knew. Okay then. The real flag is called the Pride flag, yes. I'm not going to connect any silly dots. It is called a pride flag because it's referred to having pride about who yourself are, because it is okay to have pride. Because you should be happy with who you are. Pride is being proud. And it is meant to be that you should be happy with who you are. Oh yeah. don't know why you're on about this, Tuki. You sound like a religion fanatic. It's scary. I don't know why you started doing this. You know, like, while it's not specifically in the rules, well, I guess it is. It's kind of like in the rules. Obviously, you can't like be on a, you can't be like on an LGBT stream and then talk bad about the LGBT. That's just, you're just gonna get banned. You know that. My computer almost crashed and I don't know what I did. Well, the computer didn't like what you wrote. I'm starting to understand why you ended up banned on other channels. Wait, did Tugabox get banned on other Tugabox? Did you admit that you were banned on other streams? I mean, you talk like this, you have a high chance of getting banned. I haven't banned you yet. Adding the word "yet" there. Because I do believe, because I know that you are still things like, you have at least shown me respect, and you have shown that you are willing to actually understand the different situations. So I do still see the potential good in you, but that's because you've been here for quite a while. But if you do the same kind of behavior on some channel that doesn't know you, that would result in a ban. Because what you said is an immediate ban on probably several of the streamers I know. Believe me or not, I didn't get banned from talking about religion. No, I mean, yeah. It's not talking about religion as the issue. Good. You have done non-innocent things. I mean, I'd personally ban him either way. I mean, yeah. I don't like thinking religion. That's fine. I personally don't have a problem with religion. What I have a problem with is people using religion as an excuse to be an asshole. And then thinking they are in the right. And I understand, like, some people are just only grown up in with a certain mindset and haven't really seen the different perspectives and only thinking that this is the correct thing. That is the problem. Because it hurts a lot of people. And what Tugabox have shown currently, his action is hurting people, so that is, but I do think, yeah, especially when you make these statements, LGBTQ plus community is the work of the devil, which is a negative statement, and then you say, I'm not being homophobic by any means. That is the problem, because you are making hurtful statements and thinking you are in the right. And that's terrible. Leave me alone, yeah. Tell me to calm down, I'll calm down. Okay, calm down, okay. There are good things about religion too, but let's not, yes. I just want to add that as a final statement, just so, because of the previous thing I said. But yes, but we don't have to talk about it. But my butt is bumping. Oh. Oh. You find something to bump? No. No. Why? It's easier to bump when your dress isn't in the way. But there are like better options. Like any body tight outfit bumper. I mean, you could have shown, I don't know, the yoga outfit or like the bodysuit or something like that. Not these. I'm scared of easily offend people. Well, I don't want to offend anyone. I will offend people very easily. Well, here's a tip. Don't call people the work of the devil or what people stand for as... Or just don't mention the devil at all, actually. That will certainly help. And I thought I was offending that people are getting like, no, yeah. We'll need a book, please. Don't. I have sympathy for the devil. Oh my, Todd. Box. They have the same color, but very different length of names. Both ends with an X and starts with a T. Have you seen how similar Box and Todd the Fluffy Fox are? Both start with a T and ends with an X if you ignore the underscore. Rolling Stones reference. Yeah, it's funny because I have the album. I mean, yeah, jokes are fine. I'm perfectly fine with jokes. You can make jokes about LGBT as well. I'm fine with that as long as it's actually a joke. I've told this before, but it's actually been quite a long time ago when some people are like, comedy is dead or comedy is illegal or not accepted or something like that. Comedy is perfectly fine. You're fine to make jokes, including jokes about minorities, but the very important factor here is that it actually has to be a joke. Some people who are trying to defend the rights to jokes, or like when people are like complaining like that's not funny, is because it wasn't a joke. Someone says something offensive, people complain like you just said something offensive, that's rude, and they're like, but I'm making a joke. No, you're not making a joke. It's just offensive statements. If it actually is a joke, that is fine. There are many jokes you can make about LGBT which could be not offensive, or they could even be like offensive-ish. But the point is, it actually has to be a joke in there. The punchline of a joke or a punchline of a statement cannot just be because LGBT. That is not a joke. So, I hope that makes sense. Todd the box. Tuki Fluffy Fox. Yeah, there you go. That kind of works. Tuki Fluffy Fox. Kind of hard to say actually. The Fluffy box. If your box is fluffy, it's probably a case of a lot of mold. Kochi Coochie Pond Porn. There we go. That's the. Speaking of mixing names up, it's not a joke if you're the only one laughing. Well, it could still be a joke, but a terrible joke. Yeah. But I guess you could say that could be a way to look at it, but not really, because as I said, someone could just make an offensive statement. People can still laugh at the absurdity of this offensive statement. Still doesn't make it a joke. It's apparently a joke, even if you're not like, yeah, it still can be a terrible joke. No one laughs like a joke, like the moldy box, yeah. I mean, Todd is a ghost. Wait, Todd is a ghost? What? His box might be moldy, if that's the way tight. Oh, I see where this is going. He coffin. Oh, Todd has a case of coffin. Ended up dead in a fluffy box. This is dark. See, this is a joke. This is a dark joke. But this is a joke. He wheezing. That doesn't really work, does it? At least the coughing joke works, because a coffin is something you die in, and coughing could be a symptom. Is this symptom the correct term? Of some kind of infection you have, which is what leads you to your death. Like that's like a pun, which is a joke. My humor comes in graphs. My offensiveness is a bar. What? I mean, most of the offensiveness, yeah. There's also a thing. I know two percepts are like bad stuff. Because basically every offense. So I think every offensive thing Tugibox has said has been something about. And here's it could be a good thing for Tugibox to know this if you don't already know this. I think everything boils down to some kind of negative aspect that Tugibox is making a negative aspect about people just being people. Basically. Well, people here, usually when it comes to the LGBT community, which of course, since I'm part of it and is open about it, yeah, and also interact with other people, I tend to get a lot of people who are either part of the LGBT or are supportive of it. And people who are typically supportive of LGBT are also very open about supporting about people just being allowed to be people, who they are and what they want to do. Of course, as long as it doesn't literally hurt other people, because you obviously can't do anything you want. Consent is important. So yeah, so that's basically it. One of the previous, if I'm allowed to bring up the example, would be the idea that prostitution would be wrong, which goes against like the general opinion here, I would say, if I can phrase it like that, because prostitution is a choice. Well, when it is a choice, should be a choice. No one should be forced into it, because that's wrong. No one should be forced into it. But the person who wants to be a prostitute should have like the option to do so. They should just be able to do it. It's their choice. They like, if they want to do that stuff, they should be allowed to do that stuff. No one should be like, no, you're not allowed to do that. It doesn't hurt anyone. Unless, of course, as said, the person is forced into prostitution, because that actually hurts the person who is being forced into it. So that wouldn't be allowed. But that's the forcing part, not the prostitution part. So yeah, so I hope it makes sense here. But I'm like, so yeah, so when you're saying things against this, that can come off as offensive, because then you're trying to restrict people's choices. Oh, they did say it was a Pokemon joke. Well, I do know wheezing and coughing are two Pokemons, but I don't see like how wheezing kind of. I guess so, Todd. I guess it works. I'll give you a half star for that. The coughing and wheezing. Well, that's not how you spell it, but yes. Yeah. I did think about the Pokemon, but now I can see like, yeah, I guess it could make sense. Now that I think about it. Could punch this rock. I could apparently do that. Well, that's funny then. I don't know Pokemon, but that's funny. Well, there you go. That's good. Consent is important. Yes, it is. I mean, it hurts when STDs happen. Yeah, but that has nothing to do with prostitution. Obviously, when you're because obviously you're always at a risk of sexually transmitted diseases, which is STD stands for, actually, not really realistic. When you're having sex, but that applies regardless of how you're having sex. So, and there are these like ideas that prostitution should in some way, I mean, I could see how you could say that's an increased risk of it, but like have it, because these people are going to have sex anyway. Like, it's, if you're having sex with payment or having sex for fun, that doesn't increase your risk for STDs if you still do it the same amount of times. I could see an argument, but like you will do it more often if you're taking money for it. I don't know if that's true. Is there a statistic for prostitutes having more sex than non-prostitutes? It's kind of hard statistics to do. In one sense, I guess you could say like, well, obviously, but no, it might not be obvious. Might just be. Obviously, you kind of have to exclude those people who don't want to have sex at all, like me, for example, because that will affect the. Yeah, because they're also using that argument to restrict other things. But anyway, coughing is about death and coughing. Wheezing is about wheezing in Pokemon. Yeah, that's what I felt like didn't really, because coughing, as in the thing you put in as a dead person, and coughing is a thing you can do when you're not feeling great. So there's a connection there. But then, like, oh yeah, coughing is also a Pokemon, and wheezing is also another Pokemon, and wheezing is something you also can do when you're not feeling great. And yeah, so there is a link there. But so yeah, so I can give you that. But yeah, it's a bit a step further away. Prostitution has a lot to do with this because not all are safe about it. Make it safe then, because making it illegal or wrong in some cases is not going to make it better. It's just going to make it worse. It's therefore better to make it safer. Have a way to like, yeah, just have it safer. And not all get checked, but have a system that you can easier get checked, so you have a better control over who has like, and then you can like get like a verification that you have got checked and at this time, and if you are positive or negative, and then you require verification that you haven't been checked. And there you go. Obviously, a person can have received it between have had it confirmed not having it and then paying for a prostitute. But you're definitely severely minimizing the risk, so that risk is much less to happen. Yeah, so then I love this song. Oh, it's over. It's not obviously no system is perfect, but it certainly would improve it. The other one's his other star half. It's not even a real star half. I think you're too eager to have your star half about something that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Yeah, doesn't matter. It matters to me though. Oh, well, make another half-assed joke. There we go. Guess you get a half star for it. It's a half-assed joke, and you can get the other half star. I mean, you got more than one half star for you. It was just the wheezing joke that got a half star. The coffin joke. Wait, did you make the coffin joke? I can get like 2 stars. I know. So overall, you got more than half a star. So yeah. Well, that's already a lot of weight having half a star on you. That is true. Both weight and mass. Well, depends on the... You wouldn't like... For example, you wouldn't be able to have a half... Like, for example, if you take the sun, you take half the sun, half the mass of the sun, and place it on top of you. You wouldn't be able to... You would not have half a sun's mass on top of you. You would... Sure, when you have this sun and earth so close to each other, or half the sun, it would... And we only consider a mass, not really... We ignore any chemical reaction or that they will break apart and that merge into a single celestial body. We ignore all that. They are somehow able to stay apart as 2 solid objects. You will still not have this half the sun on you. You will actually have the full earth on you because the sun, half the sun will now become the thing that you are on. So you are on the sun and the earth is on you. So you will need to find a star that is not more than twice the mass of Earth. But even if it's the size of, like, say it is, for the sake of argument, the same mass as Earth, you take half of that star, you're still going to have, like, due to the still massive amount of mass on it, you're still going to be on Earth, but you're still going to be like a third on the star. So you're still going to have like 2/3 of the star on you and 1/3 of the Earth on you. Which technically is true too. If you're in bed and have your blanket on you still have a blanket's worth of Earth pushing on you and an Earth's worth of blanket pushing on you. That is a weird statement out of context. That's a quote you should add. Because it would be fun to see both of them. I need to add both as statements, as quotes. When someone gets one of them, I will fix the spelling later. Oranges. You want 24th then? Portugal. Do you want to give Todd some oranges? But also, hello to Portugal. Good thing you got your little Pon is yapping on as usual. Validos. Portugal, you want to do a trade? Anyway, we're going to getting closer to ads. I was going to say, I kind of want to end the stream and get something to eat. I should fix so the lyrics can show up on screen, because if I get that to work, that's going to be amazing. Because then you can follow along the songs. And that is what I'm looking forward to. So whenever a non-English song plays, as I said, I'm not going to do the English songs because that would be way too many songs. I mean, it's already I have 2,000 songs in the playlist. I will just focus on the non-English songs. So, shall we go to snooze ads and go to the ending screen? Also, stop the music. Here's the schedule. Here's that schedule. And it will only stop the music if the current song playing isn't a requested song. Then I will first finish that song. Oh, yeah. Did you miss my joke? I probably did. There, literally have asked. Wait. Okay, let's see the joke. Let's see the joke. Why are butt cheeks vertical and not horizontal? They clap on your way downstairs if they were horizontal. Yeah, you get a half star for that. You get a half star. I've heard that one before, but so because it's a repeated joke, half-hour joke, you get half a star for that one. Yeah, you did not miss me read it because I didn't read it. So now you did it. New schedule it is. I should post it on the server too. We got 5 collabs. Bonk. Or even got 37 points today. Full star, yeah, but you already received like 2 stars already, so you actually got 3 stars now in your joke, total joke star system. So, we should go and raid someone. Yeah, that was not, but that was... Who should we raid this time? If someone can get me some more collabs, I would be happy to do more collab. But we have some new. I'm going to do my very first collab with Pixabay. Are you ready for that? Look at all those collabs. Are you ready for those? So there's 3 points. Gold. You are first and going to be 3 predictors first. 2 bucks at 31. No, 2 bucks. You fell down by another point. But you're still second. You're still doing good on that. Wait, how do I put the halves together? Well, that's a good question. Hopefully the 2 halves of the spheres are cut the same way. Which is like it is possible to have like if you make like a wedge out of the sphere, you can have 2 masses that are the same but are not compatible with. But if you just do a clean cut, straight clean cut through a sphere, there's only one way to make 2 halves of the same masses, if assuming a sphere with the same density throughout. VIP M Calicos. Unfortunately, M Calico has never written a message here. Jackal Pawpad is a great bean. Well, that's nice and all, but who should we read? Should I check out the great bean? Jackal Pawpad. Oh, seems like a great bean playing in a garden forward. I just started 45 minutes ago, so that seems like a good choice. Thank you for being here, Portugal. Even if you weren't here for long, you kinda ended just as you arrived. At least you managed to get the fruit, so that's good. I've been going for 6 hours today. That's quite a bit. Metallica has 1 point today. Yeah, Metallica came in, did something and left. Yes, Metallica has 1 point today. Thank you for checking that again. 2 bucks and 31 points today. Well, there's quite a difference between Metallica. No, Metallica came in and you did the second thing. Now Metallica has 2 points. You should be rewarded for these. Even if the underwear redeem was not counting as an activity point. No, it's going to. But look, we're going to have a Metallica stream. Metallica is going to play the Spirit prototype. And that's going to be crazy. Don't touch my tummy now. I'm going to wait with the raid until we reach the full hour, because then you can get another activity point, and then I should probably start the raid. So, rub the belly. I'm touching it. Don't do it. Change my outfit to something you can touch my tummy on. Rabbit panted. Oh, panted. Don't panted, my. Another point for me. Indeed. Okay, we're going to have... I don't have much more to say. It's going to tick over in like 30 seconds. So I'm going to start the raid now. Well, did that happen? Okay, let's try that again. Raid is randomly disconnected for some reason. So we're going to, yeah, it's the new hour, the new 10-minute interval. So everyone who writes a message now, you might need to rewrite your message because the bot might not have captured it. If you want the final point before we leave, but died on the last second here. It was unfortunate. So we're going to go to Jackal Pawpad, who is a furry. You don't like spoilers. Who's an adult, that's good. 3D modeler, it's 3D animated game modeler. Interesting. And a doofus, 18 plus stream, just like mine. Your standard rules, don't be homophobic. Don't be homophobic and claim you're not being homophobic. That doesn't work. Don't be complete. But this same thing, keeps politics and religion speak to a minimum. So kind of like me. I probably said that you're not allowed, but keep it at a minimum. I don't want discussions regarding it. Jackal is the name, and he is the pronoun. And he is the game. Anyway, I didn't copy a raid message myself. Yeah, so... Oh, wait, no, yeah, you got the point, Don't worry. He's thick. Is he? I didn't know that. I don't have a raid message. I go with the hype one this time. Let's go.